we all know, the Second Amendment states that every countryman in the United States has the right to bear arms. However, during my studies, I have learned that there are many loopholes within the Second Amendment and the way it's listed. There are three reasons that claims this. The first one being the innocent shootings that we've had recently, the one being in Oregon and the one in Colorado. The other reason we have is not really good gun care within safeties of homes. Children are hurting themselves from weapons and other devices within the house. And last but not least is the common knowledge that every person should know when handling a weapon. We first start with the gun attack of the innocent being in Aurora, Colorado, which, in this case, James Holmes appeared during a theater preview of the latest Batman movie and started coming in shooting innocent civilians. Now, by law, gun checks are registered and done a background check upon the person. This man passed the background check. However, after purchasing the weapons, a great deal of them, he also bought body armor and a load of ammo for the weapons through online sources. After this incident, many claimed that this man was mentally unstable. This right here should be done by doing not just a background check on the people, but also a mental check to understand and make sure if these people are sane enough to handle a weapon. By doing this, innocent lives were hurt and murdered at this theater shooting that was supposed to be for joy. The latest one that recently happened is in Tortondale, Oregon. A young boy in his house decided to take his parents' weapons and open fire on innocent teenagers and teachers at high school. If it wasn't for the fact that the parents had left things as they are in their household, this young boy was able to access the weapons and cause harm to other students. I have a quote here that states this, that is a good example, being, there has been on average a school shooting every 7.35 days since the tragedy in Newton. This is a big difference, people, and we need to understand and address this issue. Our next topic is gun care. As many know, children are being harmed within their homes. Parents owning guns have the responsibility of protecting their families and loved ones. However, many children, as you can see, are not being taken care of and understanding what gun rights are. They're not being told that they're dangerous, how to handle a weapon when they shouldn't to begin with. It is also the responsibility of these parents to lock these weapons and other dangerous items within the home, within a family safe, a locked box, or anything out of reach for the children. We also return back to the Oregon shooting. As I stated before, this young man had walked into his father's bedroom, opened the family safe where the location was, and actually took out the weapons. This family should have secured the weapons more securely, and even though the boy was trained about what the weapons can do, the monitoring of him, as well as possibly his mental state, and other things that psychologically could factor in, has caused him and allowed him to access the family's weapons and being able to use them against the innocent. I have another quote here that states what he had done. He had used an AR-15 type of rifle owned by his family that he obtained after removing it from its secure storage place. Families are responsible, as I said, to keep an eye on the weapons as well as what happens to them, where they've been, and what if the children are near them. If this issue is not addressed, many other innocents will be harmed. Our last topic is common sense with gun handling. Now, naturally, everyone knows when you see a weapon, you are to report it. This being young kids usually tell their adults like they're supposed to. In this case, many of them are walking around with weapons in hand and are not being addressed or punished for doing such things. I know a story that actually occurred in Okinawa, Japan, which involved a young Marine during training. Normally, they are trained to understand and use weapons. And in this case, he was a well-trained soldier, already serving his country, but he literally took the pistol, joking with his fellow soldiers, and placed it upon his thigh before accidentally firing a loaded gun without checking to see if it was loaded or not. This lack of common sense is hurting others, even children who find a weapon as such, or any friend or whatever. Anyway, if this common sense is not addressed with gun handling, many others are going to be harmed still. Another incident happened in Ohio involving a police officer who was normally cleaning his weapon. That's normal, but for the fact that he had not checked his weapon, the weapon accidentally discharged. No one was harmed, but if this fact right here, this man was, instead of being taken to court, he was actually written off for a few days of work, no pay. He was not punished as he should have been. This lack of common sense is getting more and more out of hand, and if not addressed, many others will be harmed, as I said before. In our conclusion, we have found the three topics that I've stated, that one, shootings upon the innocent need to be addressed and fixed, or many others will be harmed. The gun care and safety within the home must also be addressed, and if not, many children will continue to be hurt. As well as the common gun sense and knowledge involving, as I said before, the young Marines, or any police officers, or anyone who's able to handle a gun, without using that common sense, many will continue to be hurt in accidents or on purpose if not addressed. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully this will open your eyes to understanding that even though our Second Amendment states that we have a right to bear arms, it is our duty and responsibility to fill these holes within the gaps of these words, and to address these issues and to make it a better place, not just for ourselves, but our family, friends, and our children. Thank you. All my sites are coming from here, from online, and I hope that you will address these and pay attention to them. Thank you.
7 minutes, 11 seconds.